sensational. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like blah. Yeah, in the field like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like what? In the field like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like what? Whole squad like yeah, in the field like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like yeah, in the field like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. I pissed frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece, that mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't panic surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems, you don't want smoke.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Chicago Tigers. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. 10 logo.
Smithy. Yeah, I got you. Check three.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Keystone, Travis.
Check. Crunch.
Right.
On second down, Johnson. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
To throw is Morgan. Off the play fake. He's got a man. It's Williams. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Check. There.
Here's Morgan throwing on first down. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Hey, switch gears.
Let's go.
Here's the first carry for Northwestern's Justin Jackson. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Justin Jackson, his second touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
56, 19. Time to go, night.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The end result, 21 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to the back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah.
And this is caught, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Robert Foster, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I'm going to hit you all day.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
Pilot, 64, weak.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And some room to run now. A gain there of 30 big ones.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ready?
Looking to throw on second down. Morgan. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Watkins, the intended receiver. The Bengals drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Set 60 Pittsburgh. Shoot.
Morgan now to throw on second down. They will find Davis on the left side complete. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. That's complete left side to Shepard. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Back to throw. Morgan. They'll set up the screen here to Justin Jackson. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
On second down, Freeman. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That second down play nets a -4.
Go now. 18 games.
Morgan to throw on third down. And he's got him in, Corey Davis. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now Morgan, off play action, steps away, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Quentin Williams in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
6-6, pull it high.
On second down, it's Jackson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. To throw is Morgan. Operating from the gun. Throw left side complete. That's Shepard. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, Delta.
Here's Morgan throwing again. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw. Morgan.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On the ready.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
You're out.
Morgan now. Off the play fake. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Just a yard, but that's all they needed, and by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Back to throw. Morgan. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. 2nd and 6. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Looking to throw. Morgan looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while, but when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead he does go down to a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taken from just outside the 30. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st down, Cincinnati.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
A 55-yard
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we have reached halftime here in a tight two-point contest as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run the counter. It's Carson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Second and 12 at the 42-yard line.
They'll try the air now with Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it second and 12.
At the 28-yard line.
We go. 15 line. 15 line. Get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Morgan off the bootleg. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
61, matchbox, light.
Now Morgan from the gun on third down. He's got his man. It's Williams.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. Third and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. To throw is Morgan. Looking to throw on second down. He's got his man on the crossing route. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Ready? 50, play.
Touchdown, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Be friendly.
Here's Morgan. Off play action. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, Okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again is Watson. And he comes back with one complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now Watson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. Watson on first down. And he gets this out to Foster on the right side. Oh, Foster staying down after that last play. Let's hope he's okay. We'll check on his status when we get back. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Watson looks to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Tackle there by Alex Anzalone. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mack. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Back now here on EA Sports. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the fourth. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A gain of 13. It's a first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
To throw is Watson. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown.
We got this.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. Fighting through. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, inbounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
And it's 3rd down.
Let's go. 60 or. Greystone, travel.
On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Justin Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Watson. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Let's go, defense.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Extra point from McManus is good, and the lead is down to 2. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Defenders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Switch.
On 3rd down, Freeman. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Mike by 4.
Now.
3 ball. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
Hey, Zoo.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Look at me. Go.
Let's see what you got.
Morgan now throwing on 4th down. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. Now the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road? And everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 3rd down, but they are in field goal range already.
Let's put that team on the bus.
Back, 54.
Now Watson. This will be caught inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. In for the score. And his guys are going to retake the lead. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it. Not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Let's go. You tighten up.
Back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense is saying go right ahead with those. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Morgan. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Hey, world.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Hey, ready?
He's back to throw. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Hey, Charlie.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Davis. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hey, Foxtrot. Check line 54. Protein spill.
On 2nd down, this is Jackson. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And they'll stop it with 4 seconds showing on the clock. They come out here in the eye. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Royce Freeman with 1 second remaining. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be taken short. Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for Cincinnati, a loss would have really hurt. As it stands, they finished the first half at 3-5. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for the home team here, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.